know that there's a problem with it, but it's not very comfortable for them to change the ways.
Yeah, it's never comfortable to change, is it?
Yeah, they just ignore the problem. It's like, I don't know, it's funny thing, my mum, whenever I tell her about, animals are being killed for your food, she's like, oh, don't talk about it, it's horrible, but she'll never stop, she's ignoring the problem, even though she knows it exists. So
yeah.
It's just something I don't understand, really.
Hi.
I'd just like to know what this is about.
Cool, yeah, I started an animal rights YouTube account called Amber for Animals.
Is it something like UV related, or is it your own independent thing?
My own project.
Oh, I see, lovely.
Yeah. So, have you thought about this question before? Or like, what does this spark in your mind?
Well, I saw the question you had before, which was about veganism.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I guess identify is the right word, myself as a vegan.
Yeah.
So I was, quite wondering what is this about, but yeah, and I think that kind of answers the question. I love animals.
Yeah, exactly. So
I don't want to eat them.
You don't pay someone to kill and exploit them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, go on.
I'd say what was the turning point for you? Why did you identify as a vegan?
I was at first allergic to milk proteins, so I stopped eating milk, and researching that, looking into that, that's a lot connected to veganism. So I started reading about the industry, the meat industry, the dairy industry, and everything that's happening concerning animals. And I was like, oh wow, I never thought of this, that this is what's happening. So I was just like, there's no way I can support this.
Was it like an overnight thing? When you recognized the exploitation, you're like, I can't be a part of that? Or was it like a slowly cutting out the animal products?
Neither really. I mean, the main idea was to cut it out completely, but there's certain situation that wasn't available, especially where I'm from. It's not very popular. Most of your diet is based on dairy and meat.
Where are you from?
Slovakia.
Okay.
So people were like, ooh, you're weird for doing that. So yeah, it took some time to fully transition into being vegan. And since I moved to England, there's many more options around here to support even veganism in terms of even clothing, and sustainability overall, which I really enjoy. So it's much more easier here.
Yeah, especially Bristol is like one of the vegan capitals of the world. It's so easy to be vegan here.
Yeah, I was like, when I was moving here, I was reading about Bristol. I was like, ooh, that's exciting, a lot of vegan stuff. Yeah, lovely.
Cool. I'm asking people as well if they're already vegan, if they can kind of carry on the conversation with people about animal rights, because it's not really discussed much about what happens in animal agriculture.
Oh yeah.
So I'm encouraging people to talk to their friends, their family, of the practices that happen, and to try and encourage them to act and make choices that are more aligned with their morals.
I see. Can I take your YouTube? I'll just look it up.
So yeah, it's called Amber for Animals. I've only got 10 or so videos. It's only on YouTube at the moment.
Okay.
I'm starting an Instagram page as well.
Oh, lovely. For animals. I think especially here at UWE, there's a lot of people that share the idea. We try to make sure that we always have vegan option available.
Yeah.
Or there's usually just a vegan option or everything. So yeah, this is a good spot to.
I think as well because it's very multicultural here.
Oh,
so
yeah,
people have such diverse opinions and thoughts on things like this. So it's good to kind of challenge people's opinions and
I think a
thought.
lot of people know that there's a problem with it, but it's not very comfortable for them to change the ways.
Yeah, it's never comfortable to change, is it?
Yeah, they just ignore the problem. It's like, I don't know, it's funny thing, my mum, whenever I tell her about, animals are being killed for your food, she's like, oh, don't talk about it, it's horrible, but she'll never stop, she's ignoring the problem, even though she knows it exists. So it's just something I don't understand, really.
To be honest, I was that person as well.
Oh, really?
For a while, I knew what was happening, but I was unwilling to change.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was comfortable in eating meat and I enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah,
and
of course.
For me, it was a process of acknowledging and accepting that the enjoyment I got from consuming those animal products was never worth the
yeah, it's
suffering.
about sacrificing your own comfort in a way, or prioritizing someone else, animals overall, and that's a great thing. Yeah, I like that.
I think a big thing as well, realizing that when you turn vegan or embrace plant-based diets, it's actually not limiting. It's actually embracing so much more food, and you can kind of get way more creative with the food you're making, and I end up making way better food than I ever did before.
Yeah, and I believe that veganism is not an answer for everyone, that there's still going to be people who are going to eat meat or milk because they like it, but it's still like transitioning to more plant-based diets. I think that is the most important thing, you know. If we want to change basically the world and the current state of environment and sustainability, I think that is more, you know, sustainable for people to try and limit their meat intake than just stop it overall.
Yeah.
It's quite possible, I think. Yeah, great.
Absolutely agree.
I'll follow your progress then.
Awesome. Thank you.
Lovely to meet you.
You too.
See ya.
Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe and ring the bell so you get notified when videos go up every Thursday. If you want to watch another conversation, here are a couple of options. And if you want to support my activism, there's a link in my profile to a page where you can buy me a coffee and donate money to an animal sanctuary. Thanks. Amber.